Hellzone Reaper, Stand-In, Valkyrie, Mother, and 0095. 2 teams. Who will win?
Oh, I think that's so funny. I love that voice mod thing that I have. It actually sounds like super legit too. Let's jump in. We are in all pick, and it looks like the Dire is going to open up. Oh no. Guys, they're Asian and they're picking an IO. That's like, that could be a really good thing. It also could be a really bad thing. Either way, we'll probably be seeing some kills one way or another. So is it going to be, what do you guys think? Is it going to be a tiny... Yeah, it might be a tiny. Naga Siren. They want to take that to the late game. I think that other than Faceless Void, well, maybe even more than Faceless Void, Naga Siren is probably the most difficult late game hero that there is. Yeah, I think so. Welcome, viewer number 4, by the way. Welcome to the Hard Support channel. We're just casting some pubs. And we'll also be the Ogre Magi and the Wind Ranger.
I speak for the team.
And the Rat. Okay, yeah, a little bit of a repick there. So they do have some tank, they do have some push, some good, well, I wouldn't say some good team fight. Yeah, they probably want to pick up a team fight right here, actually. Okay. I gotta hit faster on them, changing those overlays over. Okay, and on the Radiant, we got a Treant Protector, a Mirana, and a Clinks. Looks like Clinks is going to go top. Lena's going to take mid. And Mirana might be trying to set up some ganks early on. And Spectre is going to be playing the bottom lane. Going to be supported by Treant. Welcome, viewer number 5 to Hard Support. Thanks for joining us. And looks like Ogre Magi is going to be just doing a little bit of... No, he doesn't have a ward. He's just chilling. He's just waiting to see who shows up. Okay, so it is going to be the IO Tiny. Good. We guessed that right, guys. We got it right. Thanks for saving my butt there, Valkyrie. Man, how do you know? Like, how can you watch the stream and play at the same time? Do you actually have like two screens that you're playing with? Somebody in Twitch chat helped me out with my overlays because I'm still getting it better at that, but I still suck at changing my overlays. So, thanks for the help. Just a reminder to you who are on the stream right now, we're 4 follows away from an Immortal giveaway. So if you and a couple other friends are interested in the stream, if you do follow, those who are on the stream are up for the toss of a hat for an Immortal. So if you want to go for it, it's all yours. All right. So let's see what we got for items on the Ogre Magi. Looks like we have a couple clarities. Like I said, no wards. He's going for some early boots and a tango. Tiny has a stout shield and a couple of iron branches. Wants that last hitting power and also the ability to just stay in lane and tank those creeps. Io, looking to also stay strong, has the Gauntlet of Strength and looking to heal as much as he possibly can. Naga Siren, also having a couple wards, but not placing them at the moment. Nature's Prophet, no items up yet. Let's see if he goes for the Null Talisman build or if he goes for the regular Fast Midas build. In which case we'd see the Bassurine come on him with a few clarities. All right, here we go. Clinks rather, is going to be going top. Actually, with the Treant Protector, we thought he was going to be going bottom, but chooses to go top instead. And Lena could be going mid facing against Tiny. Going to be pretty good at harassing early on. Will likely being harassing with the lightning strike very quickly, but Tiny trying to get that experience and probably jump to eggs as soon as he can so he can get the nice avalanche toss combo. Lena already trying to be aggressive, knowing that she is the advantage mid. Guys, last game was a little bit slow. This game is going to be a better game. I'm really excited about this fresh game. And we'll see how they go. Ogre Magi, right now just soaking up the experience bottom lane. And Valkyrie not doing any counter harassing. Just going to get those last hits. Mirana there to support, and so Ogre is not gonna go too far up. Lena really harassing there, getting right up on the high ground of the Tiny. The Treant Protector having some good amount of regen, some last hitting power, and an Iron Branch, but the Slippers of Agility are also unclinked, so he's going to be looking for all that extra damage. Interestingly, Io getting the experience in the last hit in this lane. Is he going to be going for... No, he's just playing support. He's just soaking it up. Naga, what are you doing? Do I have this backwards? Is the Naga actually going to be playing support and it's going to be carry Io? That would be interesting. Okay, let's take a look at last hits and denies. Right now, Lena has 8 last hits and 2 denies. And the Spectre also farming up well, having 6 last hits so far, 2 minutes into the game. Ooh, looks like the Avatos combo was used on Lena, and the follow-up arrow just barely missing. The Tiny going to be a little nervous now. So strong. If those Mirana arrows can land early on, it means that mid is going to be at such a disadvantage. And of course, Tiny requires the levels in this game, and that's going to slow down his momentum that he needs. Double damage is going to be picked up. Even though the Radiant didn't have a ward there, she was able to pick up the double damage rune and just get lucky. Looks like Nature's Prophet is going to farm. And Naga Siren is getting the last hits. I thought it was going to be Io, but Io was just previously gaining the experience from the lane. Now, drawing the creeps away from the tower aggro. Only the range creep doing a little bit. And just the last hits continue to come out from the clinks. But at this point, actually only 4 last hits in. Could be having a little bit more, but missing them. That double damage rune doing huge harass, and now the creep wave pushed a little too far. Is she going to go for these other creep? Oh, I guess they're mud golems. No continued harass yet. She does have her bottle now, and as well picked up a Mantle of Intelligence. Is the arrow going to connect? Very close to connecting on that Tiny, and that would have been a first blood. Never mind. The first blood has already happened. Looks like the Ogre Magi did fall, and the first blood goes to the Radiant. Valkyrie able to... Sorry, Valkyrie. Valkyrie able to get that first blood on the Ogre Magi. And just going to be back and now continuing to focus on those last hits. Now having 12 last hits and 4 denies. Is there going to be a little bit of a gank here from Mirana? She's trying to get the position for the arrow, but the Ogre Magi... Oh, follow-up gank. No follow-up gank yet. Are we going to see an arrow? Getting a little too far at this point. Don't want to right-click too close to the tower. And they decide to back. Lena, again, getting really lucky with his runes. Not having the vision, but continuing on to get the rune nonetheless. Refills her bottle, has the invis room. And we could see a gank on Tiny. It's possible. No, she just continues to harass. The Avalanche does get the stun off, but not too much damage. Mirana now just picking up boots, and it's going to be coming most likely from the courier. Spectre level 5 minutes in. Doing pretty good with last hits. 17 last hits and 5 denies. Now, is there going to be a gank possibly from the Io? Are we going to see the Io's coming from behind the Avalanche? And the no toss, but the Avalanche happened. And now we're going to see Tiny. Is he going to be able to... no, he's... no, they're not going to be able to get the damage on, and they're just going to decide to back in the meantime, splitting up the XP in lane, and Lina continues to get some last hits. Clinks now getting one Wraith Band. Now Lina, we missed it mid. It looks like Tiny was able to finish off the Lina, and IO already starting to pay off. Level 6 now from Tiny, and has his level 1 in Grow. Now possibly no, I don't think it's going to be a gank top, just not pushed far enough up, but is going to get the support. So Nega's going to be able to last hit a little bit easier. She does have 17 last hits and 1 deny right now. Already starting to farm up. Level 5 at 6 minutes in. Clink's only with 17 last hits. Actually, not too bad, but at this point in the game, could be a little bit more. Again, really relying on that gold to push ahead. And is this going to be a gank? I don't think the arrow connected, but Mirana will come up anyways. Are we going to see the leap? Starfall? No. Decides to back off, and now bottom looks like the engagement on Valkyrie. Valkyrie will fall to the Nature's Prophet. And the right click's just taking him down. Caught in the middle of those tree ants. Tiny finally able to get the rune. Oh, another Avatos potentially on Lina, but Lina is able to back away from that. Lina continuing to get her last hits, so I think she died. Yeah, just died once, but still 29 last hits and 6 denies at this point. Tiny not very far ahead in last hits, 13 and 1. Just focusing on that XP instead. Toss, it looks like the stun has coming off from Nega and does get her song off. She's just going to right click. She does get the illusions on and trying to surround. Treant Protector, meanwhile, having living armor. And is he going to be able to get out of there? Yes, I think he is barely going to be able to get out of there. And goes invis and saves himself. Treant, or the Treant's doing lots of damage to this tower here. They might take it. Sub 10 minutes. And the arrow is ready on Mirana. Are we going to see the arrow now? No, not going to go on it. Spectre needs to heal up a little bit more. Does have his Midas 8 minutes into the game. Great Midas time. And they do successfully take the bottom tower. Looks like Lina now is going to try and gank top. Has her Laguna Blade up. Is she going to catch anybody out of position? Let's see. 467. And what's her damage output at the moment? 450. So she wants to catch somebody off guard. Are we going to see a tower dive here on the Nega Siren? Lina not able to reveal herself in lane, or else the gank isn't really effective at all. So she's just going to hold out. And no, she decides to go back. While the haste rune is up. No, it's now down. She's going to go back and continue to get some XP mid. And the Ogre Magi is able to finish off the Mirana, unfortunately. Bassi Ring already, and Phase Boots coming out on Nature's Prophet. And Ogre Magi doing good too as well. Has Arcane Boots as a support already 9 minutes in. Going to be able to sustain these fights pretty well. Already starting to pull ahead in levels, and looking kind of scary for the Radiant at the moment. Lina's still staying ahead last hits, 38 last hits and 6 denies. And we're going to be seeing some team fights here. Nega likely going to be throwing down her song. And then, of course, Io tethering to the Tiny, giving him the movement speed to engage on whoever he wants. And then we're going to see some Avatosses come off. Now, looks like Treant's in a lot of, or Lena's in a lot of trouble. She tries to Laguna Blade. Unfortunately, not able to get the one kill. But are they going to finish? Yes, they are able to finish the Tiny's head. And that engagement actually turned out to be quite good in their favor. Does get stunned by the Treant. Now stuck, just falling to the right clicks. Treant continuing to tank in that situation. Mirana pulled up now too. Right clicking away. And they decide it's a little bit too dangerous now. One more right click is going to do it. And the Mirana is going to fall. Nature's Prophet getting the stun out on the Treant Protector. Is he going to back away in time? Does get the true sight on him. And unfortunately, the burning damage does cause the death now. 7-3 in favor of the Dire side. And let's look at the charts. 2,000 XP bonus already. Oh, actually, Laguna Blade. Not Laguna Blade, pardon me. Trying to Dragon Slay. No, that was a Light Strike Array. Trying to get that Light Strike Array off, but just not quite getting it. Lena at level 9 now. Damage starting to really come online, but... oh, the net now on the Clinks. Clink goes invis, but Naga Siren still is able to see him. I think. Was she able to see him? Maybe. I don't know how she was. And here's the push now. Naga trying to stun. Just doesn't have the XP to do it at the moment. Or the mana, rather. And the Lena gonna fall to the IO. Missed that engagement there. Looks like he's gonna be picking up Buckler, possibly turning that into a mech later on. Now Mirana trying to get out of here. Arrow's up in 5 seconds. Nature's Prophet catching out of guard is able to stun. And are we gonna see a follow-up Avatos here? Mirana, is she gonna get the leap off? No, it's down for 15 seconds. She's gonna have a hard time getting out of this one. Avatos does lock her in place and finish her off. Now Treant Protector. Going now, Overgrowth on the Tiny, does get stunned, locked in place by the Nature's Prophet, but continues to right-click. Spectre now, gonna see if he can finish him off before the TP finishes. No, he decides to back. Too many people there. And in the meantime, making kills all over the place. Tiny does fall to the Spectre. The net now is keeping the Treant in place. And are we gonna see the return damage? Spectre's in the fight now. He's gonna right-click. And is he gonna... Now the focus now switched to Nature's Prophet. Got more right-clicks and it's gonna finish him off. Is he going to fall to Nature's? The Treant Protector barely able to get out of there in time. Is he going to finish off the IO? Yes, he does finish off the IO. This could be a full team wipe. They could get the Ogre Magi here. Already a full team wipe, and that was an incredible response to the advantage that Dire had. Now let's take a look at these charts. The Dire still having the XP advantage, but it's going down. Right now, only 2,000 was 4,000 a minute ago. Still has 1,000 gold advantage, but... coming much more online now. The Spectre, level 11, has his... Oh, what is he going for? He has 1,500 in the bank. Grabs Phase Boots. Naga Siren now popping illusions. And Mirana's not going to know which one to fire her arrow on. Lena refilling her bottle, getting the Invis Rune. And Laguna Blade up in 10 seconds. So we might see a gank here as soon as they find out which one the real Naga is. No, they decide they're just going to go right inside the fight. And with that, she's able to find out which one the real Naga is, and the arrow goes off, unfortunately just stunning a creep. Good attempt by Mirana. Was definitely ready for that. Is it Dragon Blast? I forget what it's called. Dragon Slave. And just to see which is the real Naga, and just unfortunately missed. Very close arrow. Lena moving up now, being a little aggressive, and Ogre Magi is going to answer that. Does his Fire Blast, able to do a little bit of burning damage, and Mirana retreats as a result. Mirana's ult is up, and Luna just waiting for that last little bit of XP. She does have the Eul Scepter on the way, and the Eul Scepter is going to give that extra regen that she's hoping for. No, wait, no, she doesn't have the Eul Scepter on the way. She just has the recipe for it. Oh, the arrow is going to connect with the Ogre Magi, but Lena says no. Lena says it's not quite time yet. Didn't do enough damage to Ogre Magi to make it worth it for her to go on with a Dragon Slave and Laguna Blade. I have a toss coming off now. Dragon Slaving to harass a little bit. Luna very, very in dire straits there. Just about dying. Still very squishy. Spectre in the meantime continuing to save up. Is he going to go for a Manta, or is he just going to go for a fast Radiance? I think actually he's going to go for a Radiance already. Clinks gets his medallion, likely going for an Orchid after that. Now it looks like the Overgrowth is used on the Tiny. Are they going to lock? No, they're not going to give him treatment. They are going to give Nature's Prophet their preferential treatment. Does land the stun, the Mirana, and now they're going to be able to easily take care of him before he manages to TP back to base. And did they spot the Tiny? No. Still out of position, out of vision. And it looks like Nature's Prophet pulling ahead a little bit with last hits. Tiny using his Avatos to increase his farm speed. Level 10. And not quite pulling ahead in the levels. Well, pretty close. Levels still being matched by the Lina. Kind of cool Treants. Ooh, check it out. The Pumpkin Treants. Are they going to catch that Tiny out of position farming in their jungle? The Mirana might see him. No, he doesn't see him. Either that, or if he does, he just decides to ignore him. Doing some light strike array and misses the Nature's Prophet by a little bit. Right now, Lina pulling ahead once again. Oh, that was a close arrow. Pulling ahead now with 64 last hits and 6 denies. And we'll see if there's some good Treant Lina combos coming up. As soon as Overgrowth is used, Clinks is going to try to burst down as fast as he can. And Lina again, more burst. It's really burst vs burst in this game. And the Spectre, of course, too. Oh, if Overgrowth is popped in the Spectre ults, that's going to be incredible damage. Ogre Magi now. Is he going to be able to get out of this one? He does not have a TP. And Overgrowth is ready to go. Is he? No, he just decides to slow him and is going to be able to right-click him without using the Overgrowth and does get the kill on Ogre Magi. Now the IO. Overgrowth is used on the IO, but the IO able to tether away in the midst of that Overgrowth. That's a little OP. Spectre now needing to back off, not able to take him under the tower. And I believe that... Does he TP? Or no, he doesn't recall out. The stun does land on the Mirana, and Nega Siren, barely dying that IO, just doing enough heal to keep her alive. Treant Protector going in to try and save the day. Lina now. Invis, the True Sight goes off, and the Tiny Avatos is attempted, but the Avalanche is not quite ready yet. Tiny able to throw, and the Avalanche, we're going to see a follow-up here. The stun is done. The Yule Scepter is used to stay alive, waiting for her teammates. Laguna Blade, in the meantime, is used. Are we going to see an Overgrowth? No, it's on cooldown for 21 seconds. Treant really trying to get this Tiny, trying to keep him low momentum. Nice juke. Very, very nice juke from Tiny. And barely missing that. Unfortunately, they take Mirana's head. And Laguna Blade, they got to make this worth it. Spectre able to finish him off. No, Lina actually gets the last click there. And Ogre Magi is going to fall once more. The Overgrowth is used, and they secure the kill. Now it's 13 for the Radiant and 10 for the Dire team. They will take the top tower. Plink's using his Searing Arrows to do a little bit more damage, and Glyph Relocate is used, and Clinks just goes invis. I don't know if that Relocate was worth it. But one way or the other, they're here now, and they will get... No, it was worth it. They do get the deny. And actually, not bad play. Not bad play. They're definitely definitely on the ball, so good decision. Radiant, in the meantime, goes ahead and takes the tier 1 mid tower. They've taken 2 towers now. Nature's Prophet hasn't been able to gain that advantage yet, and continues to play as the Rad. Let's take a look at his items. Just gone for Midas right now. Okay, interesting. He doesn't have Shadow Blade yet in the near future, and he's just going to go for an Orchid instead. Lina getting caught out of position. Avatos and a Tiny. Looks like either he was baiting it or he actually was taking Roshan. Lina now level 2 Laguna Blade. Is she going to be able to finish off the IO? She doesn't go for it. Doesn't have the abilities that she wants up quite yet. 625 damage at the moment. She just needs a little bit more damage if she's going to secure that kill. And of course, if she's using her Laguna Blade, it means they better finish what they start. So they're not just going to throw all that mana away for nothing and cooldown time. And the Avatos is used, but Mirana able to get the IO, but barely missing Tiny. Probably, the song is used. Now the repositioning is happening. They're going to swarm around Spectre. Spectre has his ulti down, but they are getting the burning damage from the Radiance. They got to finish this. One more right click. They are able to finish the Tiny and doing great damage to the Dire. They finished 3 kills for nil, and they're going to continue to push up mid. Feeling very good about that fight. Now pulling ahead, 3,000 gold advantage and a 3,000 XP advantage for the Radiant. The Radiance is done, 22 minutes in the game, and the Spectre ults have increased in their damage. Now the Tiny just melting to that Radiance. Very squishy, and no Mirana arrow necessary. We'll just take a tower, no problem with that Radiance. It's starting to get really scary. Level 15 already, 22 minutes in the game. Nature's Prophet just finishing off his Orchid now. And not going to be successful in taking this tower. Just going to give the extra bit of gold to the Radiant team. Working on the creep wave, but not doing quite enough. Meanwhile, Lina trying to get the Nature's Prophet top is successful. And the Laguna Blade definitely paying off. Level 15 already. Going for the Aghanim Scepter already. Trying to do the pierce damage to the BKB and of course the extra damage. Level 3 is going to have 1250 attack. Just needs to get the agility part of the Aghanim Scepter, and then she's going to have that. And welcome to our 3rd streamer, by the way. Thanks for watching. Look at that, Spectre's Radiance just clearing that creep wave, allowing them to continue to push forward. Relocate is up for... Whoa, just about taking that arrow. Tiny walking into that, just barely missing it. And the dagger is used, but they're just going to continue to take this tower. And they're scared to go in these team fights now with the Radiance online with the Spectre. And, of course, Haunt is up. Is the arrow going to connect to anything? The Tiny just barely moving out of the road one more time. Mirana, good attempts with the arrow. They're going to go for this next tower. 24 minutes into the game, already taking 2 tier 2s. Looking very positive. Just want to say welcome to our 4th viewer in the stream. Thanks for watching. And continue to push now. Are they going to do 3 towers in this push? Io now staying out of position. Is Mirana going to spot him? Yes, he does. But the arrow goes the other way. Is the arrow going to connect with anybody? No, it doesn't. But are they going to go in the Io anyhow? Going to keep on right clicking. Doesn't have a leap up. He's just going to decide to go back. Spectre with his Radiance clearing those creeps like they're nothing. Oh, hey, Cram. Actually, that sounds like a lot of fun, Cram. That sounds like a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes, okay? We'll play by ear. All right. The deciding factor is, whoa, there's this big link that's posted right now on Twitch. Is that a virus? Looks like the Tiny is going to fall to the Laguna Blade. And she is able to get that kill, committing well to it. And just barely missing another arrow. Mirana not having so much luck on those arrows. Spectre Haunt is down for another 98 seconds. And the Ogre Magi able to TP away. Does have his Force Staff now. And Egg Scepter on Luna. Lena, I keep calling her Luna. 1250 damage now online. Definitely has that momentum that she wants for the mid game and is going to be pulling ahead. No problem taking towers. Is going to take this last tier 2. And look at that tower melt. The Searing Arrow is just doing huge amounts of damage. Spectre Radiance now going for a heart. Will he be able to finish this heart before the 30-minute mark with the Radiance and the heart? I think he will. Now he's just holding on to his Hanamitis. Doesn't know what's up at the moment. Oh, he does. Okay, and he uses it. Great. Now the illusion's responding from the Negasiran. The Avatos now coming in from the Tiny is able to get a lot of damage done on the Clinks, just not able to finish it. The Mirana ult, not able to save Clinks, unfortunately. Now the Song. Tiny getting in position as fast as he can, going for this Lena, but Lena probably going to respond by going for the IO. Does. And Avatos does stun her. She's able to run away. Fortunately, just barely hanging on to her life. And Tiny going back into that battle, trying to right-click down, but gets put into position by the Nature's Prophet, of course. Not able to finish that. Very close to finish the Negasarin, just not quite. Haunt is up in 5 seconds. We're going to see if he pops it. Is he going to go for the Negasarin? No, he doesn't. Oh, he's just going to sit near the fountain with the Radiance. And they decide to back. They say, okay, you know what? We're just going to go for the tower instead. Oh, it's your room setup? Hey, Cram, I'm not as good at multitasking as you are. I'm just gonna wait until I'm done the cast to text. All right, Io now coming back into the position is going to work well with the Tiny to get the Avatos off and killing the Lena. Spectre now using Haunt, and is he gonna hit? No. Okay. Just able to get out of there in the nick of time. He's going to have to get out of there, and the Force Staff stuns are piling up, and this Spectre is actually in a lot of trouble. Now the net, even though, in the meantime, very close to killing this Ogre Magi, and that Radiance damage doing so much. But now the Searing Arrow's going to finish off the IO, and are they going to be able to identify which? No, they're not going to identify the right one. It's just continuing to go down to the right clicks, now stuck in the trees. Are we going to see the Searing Arrows come out from Clinks? Not quite. Taped mousepad OP. Looks like that is going to be 4 down on the Dire, and they're going to continue the push feeling very safe. No, they actually decide to go back. Let's take a look at Lena's items now. Still has the Aghanim Scepter, 1600 in the bank. And look at the farm pulling ahead on Valkyrie. He has 134 last hits. Radiant now coming ahead with 12,000 XP advantage. And pardon me, that's gold. Well, it's both actually. They have the XP advantage and the gold advantage, 12,000 each. They're going to continue, and looks like a GG push bottom. Mirana likely going for Desolator next. And a little ways away from it still. Clinks does have his Orchid, and his Medallion Orchid and Chrysalis. Very effective at bursting down. No, he's not roaming very much in the moment, just continuing to go down mid. And for those of you who are in the stream, just want to remind you, we do have at 6 follows, we are giving away an Immortal. At 10 follows, we're giving away Immortal. Oh man, I just about said that we're giving away Immortal right now. And it looks like Jello Mammoth is back in the Twitch chat. Luna, able to kill the Nature's Prophet. We just missed because I was talking and I can't multitask very good. Anyways, the push is going to continue up mid. Nature's Prophet is down in the meantime. Are they going to go for Roche? They do have vision on the Roche pit. Looks like the Dire don't. And are they going to, just for safety, put a Sentry Ward down to make sure? No Sentry Ward's put down, just have an Observer at the moment, but going to be fairly fast at taking this Roche, and they feel comfortable just going for it. And they do see the Spectre continuing to farm in the meantime. Level 18, 30 minutes into the game, 149 blast hits. Has the Heart now, has the Radiance. Haunt and Haunt GG. Haunt OP GG. Right? And they do take the Aegis, and it goes to the Treant Protector. Overgrowth is going to be off cooldown in 5 seconds. And has a Blink Dagger as well. Dire's going to respond by trying to counter push here and get this at least 1 tier 2 tower. Spectre just so tanky with so much damage at this point. And, possibly gonna get the, no, not gonna get the IO with the Radiance damage. And they're gonna continue to push top. Are they gonna get it? Welcome to our 4th viewer on the stream. Thanks for watching. Tiny now getting the Abatos off. It's silenced. Are we going to see the Overgrowth come out from the Treant Protector? No. The Treant Protector is going to just back off, continue taking doing damage to the tower. They're going to take their first tier 3 tower, and the illusions from Naga coming in, but not going to be able to do much damage, and they just fall, giving a little extra nothing to the Radiance team. And looks like the Meanly Barracks are going to go down. The Overgrowth is used on the Tiny, and he is going to be locked in position to Song in response. And let's see how they get in position here. Now they decide to back off. They realize the engagement is just a little bit too dangerous. And the Radiant is free to take that last Rax. Now, likely going to be seeing a rotation mid. Are they just going to go for the throne at this point? Such an advantage. Haunt is up. And next team fight, that Haunt being used. If the Overgrowth is able to lock a bunch of people down and the Haunt is used, they could potentially wipe the whole team. We'll see. Abatos attempted, just not quite locked on. Treant Protector in the meantime trying to stay alive, but Netta does have the Aegis of the Immortal, and Laguna Blade able to finish off the IO. Negasiran also falling to the Radiant of the Spectre, and is Haunt going to be used here? No, not going to bother. They do end up getting the Tiny, however. Mirana getting a nice arrow, finishing him off. And yeah, looks like they're just going to throne it. Hey, Cram, if you want that Immortal, why don't you follow us? Okay, right now, it looks like there is 6 followers in the stream at the moment. 10 followers, we're doing an Immortal giveaway. So if you know anybody that's interested in getting some Immortals, tell them to get on the Twitch channel and get the chance to win an Immortal. We will be drawing from a hat. And looks like Radiant's going to be working on this tower consistently, trying to take it. And you know what? I'm going to call it GG before the 36-minute mark. 36-minute mark. Spectre's Haunt is up. Radiant damage Radiant damage doing tons to the Ogre Magi. Are we going to see the Laguna Blade? Trying to get in position here. Is going to follow up with Light Strike Array. Unfortunately misses the Dragon Slave, so not going to be worth it with the Dagon combo with the Laguna Blade. Decides to back off. Just going to finish off these mid-racks in the meantime. Ogre Magi is back for more. He said, hey, you haven't had enough. And Overgrowth is attempted, but misses. In the meantime, trying to fall back from the Radiance. That, of course, is so scary. And the Lina able to finish off with the Laguna Blade. That Nega Siren. All right. Just want to say welcome to the 5th viewer in the stream. Thanks for watching. Lina has the opportunity to Dagon, but Treant Protector now falling a little bit behind. Are we going to get the IO? Yes, he does manage to finish off the IO. Haunt has been used. And are we going to see some fountain diving? We do see some fountain diving. And look at the tanking happening from the Spectre, just able to right-click down this tiny. Unbelievable. The illusions now very tanky as well. And able to get the kill on the tiny from within the tower. Very, very ballsy. And of course, if that's happening at this point in the game, if that's happening at this point in the game, obviously the tiny has lost his effectiveness. The light strike array, and are we going to see a follow-up? Overgrowth? No, he doesn't have overgrowth, doesn't have the mana for it. And the kill's going to happen anyways. The Ogre Magi falls, and that's nearly a team wipe for the Radiant. Right now, gold is in advantage of almost 25,000 advantage for the Radiant team. That arrow just barely missing the Mirana, the Mega Siren. And the XP right now also in favor, 30,000 for the Radiant. They're just going to go for the Ancient and be able to finish it off uncontested. That's going to be it for this game. That was a fun game to cast. That was good. It's always good watching Valkyrie farm up. I'd have to say that Valkyrie is a very good player. I'm kind of curious what his MMR is. Look at that, 13 kills, 3 deaths, 17 assists. That Valkyrie was able to pull forward on the Spectre, and 4,500 gold in the bank towards the end there. Having that quick, oh look, it had Manta style as well. Having that early Radiance Heart on a Spectre is one of the most scary things that you can have, especially against like an IO, against a Nature's Prophet. I mean, if you're going to have characters who are fairly squishy, like what do you do against something like that? Anyhow, that's going to be it for that game. I'm Night Vision. I'm having tons of fun casting. I'm so glad that we had some viewers on the stream for this cast. I'm learning as I go. If you have any suggestions at all for how I cast, please let me know. I want to improve. Send a message to twitch.tv/hardsupport. Well, don't send the message there. Go there. Watch the stream if you're on YouTube and watching this video. Otherwise, we will see you next cast.